Hey guys, it's Chad Jackson. We just finished our live stream of the Jacket Jaunt and transitioning to the Getting Started program for 2020. Of course, we are under COVID protocols, hence the masks, and made things a little bit different for us this year. Instead of all gathered together, we had students spread out all around our lake in the center of campus. We had cameras all over the place, made it a little bit more challenging. So this is the headquarters. Let me show you around. Over here, we have audio being controlled off of our L8. We have a 4 microphone wireless transmitter. You'll see what that's for later. We have our Blackmagic 4K ATEM switcher. We were using 6 different inputs. We also had somebody running the switcher. Over here, I was sitting giving controls or giving instructions. We were running graphics through the ATEM software here. This Elvid monitor giving us all of our picture shots. Okay, over here, this chair, we had our social media coordinator. She sat here, managed Facebook, replied to comments. Over here, we had a guy running our live stream, making sure we were streaming well and that everything was going to the right servers and going to Facebook correctly. We also switched to another stream off of another streaming encoder, switched midstream so that we didn't have to break our stream going to Facebook. And that worked out great. We were really pleased because that was new. All right, so let's head out here. I'll show you our setup. First, right here, we have our ikan receiver. We had one camera that was on a tripod that was mobile with an ikan transmitter so that we can move around, get just a little bit of variety in our shots that were down on the ground. Over here, you'll see all the cables run along here. Everything but the ikan and our drones were run hardline. Over here, across the sidewalk, was our house system. So we had the board running what was being broadcast through speakers around the lake. We were getting a feed going back to our tent. So we had a live feed going to them. Over here, we had a camera here, our Blackmagic URSA Mini pointed at our 2 commentators. Our commentators were on comms with our social media person. She was coaching them through their conversation. Everybody else was on a different channel, on a different set of comms. And so I could talk to my camera operators and talk to the social media coordinator, and she could give instructions to the people who are commentating. Over here is kind of our home base for cameras and such. So we had one on the commentators. We've got one cable that runs all the way around the lake out there, and it was pointed up to the top of this building here where actually we use this building as a stage. We put Dr. White, our president, up there, and he talked to the students around the lake from the top of Chick-fil-A. And then over here, you can see that Pocket Cam, Blackmagic Pocket Cam with the ikan transmitter on it. And then down here is our helipad for our drone. That is a Mavic 2 Pro that we had running that allowed us to get shots all around the lake. We had a second Mavic Air. Both of them were connected to a CrystalSky, which has HDMI out, and then we do an adapter down to SDI that runs back to the switcher. Unfortunately, our Air had an error, but that's why you have backups. We had 2 drones, one of them went down, still had a backup. That was critical to have 2. One last input, we have a fiber optic cable because we have a run for a camera that's more than 500 feet. It's actually about 750 feet from our base. If you look right across the lake, on the other side of the lake, you could maybe see some yellow scaffolding. Over there we had a camera. That was our freshman day 1 cam. This is the day 1 of school. And we just had a continuous cam that we did picture in picture so that you could see the freshmen as they passed by. They can wave, we recorded that, and that's something that they're gonna be able to see when they are seniors. Usually we take a one big group picture. Couldn't do that this year because of COVID. So we decided to do this face cam so that everybody goes by and their moms get to see them as they watch this live stream later. So again, we had to run that with fiber. Instead of going around the lake, we went across the lake. We connected buoys to the fiber, painted them black, and ran the fiber across the lake. Worked out great, no problems. So that was our setup. We also had a second Pocket Cam and a second mini URSA in a couple different places. But yeah, that's our setup. Hope you liked it. Go Cedarville.